I'm Roger Longdon, the founder of There Be Giants. For the past 15 years, we've been working with our clients to help them accelerate the outcomes that they achieve. But in the more recent years, the OKR method has been core to how we've worked with clients. And I'm really pleased today to be here with one of those clients, Jungle IT. We worked with them last year, and I'm really pleased to see how far they have come with using what we took them through. We also took some of their people through our OKR Coach Academy to train them and qualify them as OKR coaches so they could continue the OKR work after they had finished working with us. So I'm here with John from Jungle, CEO at Jungle. Tell us why it was that you wanted to try OKRs in the first place.
So for us, it was about trying to take away some of the ownership of running the business. It was done by two people at the time, and so for us, it was about giving some of the empowerment to the staff. We were getting to the stage where we'd reached a point of 70 staff where we were growing, and so beyond that, it's nearly impossible to grow the business with any kind of unity if it's just two people making all the decisions. So there's a couple of big impact changes for us. First of all was the investors in people, and that's really helped us with our people strategy, both as a foundation and moving forward. And the second part to that is some of the squads uncovered the golden thread principle, and that's where that starts at the diagnosis part of the sales journey, takes us right through to the projects, takes us on to the account management. Different way of thinking. And with a different way of thinking, it's always quite challenging to get that embedded throughout the business. But the OKRs are really helping that. The part of the process with There Be Giants is that you help us set that strategy map.
Yeah.
Which gives us down to 3 or 4 main objectives that we're trying to get to.
Yeah.
And so other than that, the teams have had the complete freedom to do whatever they want underneath that. It's freed quite a lot of my time up. And so the squads are, once you've set those signposts, the squads are filling in and they're delivering those big moves on your behalf. So actually it's taking up a lot less of my time to ensure we're moving in what I would consider the right direction.
I'm here with Sarah, who is one of the OKR coaches at Jungle. Hi, Sarah.
Hi there.
Tell us a bit about the Academy. If you were to describe it to someone who has never heard of the OKR Coach Academy, what is it you tell them?
First of all, the introduction of OKRs into business is a really big change for the business, but for individuals themselves. And it's so important that once you embed them and decide you're going on the OKR journey, that you make sure that you start off with best practices and with the expertise behind it to make sure it's a success. You're able to take the bigger picture and chunk it down so that it feels like kind of an overwhelming task if you want to bring in a whole new change of OKRs into a business. And it meant that the coaches and the academy really chunked that down into really bite-sized pieces that we could really learn, understand, and have the tool to put that in practice so that it felt like a really achievable goal. I think we've been so fortunate because we've gone through the academy. Like I say, I've had that toolkit in my back pocket of different ways to be able to approach certain conversations. It's given me the tools to be able to positively challenge decision makers and making sure that we're seizing those opportunities and really getting to root cause of problems. And I think as people have seen OKRs in action, they've really understood the purpose and the message, and then they've really been able to get on board with it because it's something that they know that we're really strongly and passionate about. We had a test run previously at Jungle of trying OKRs without the academy, and we just really didn't do that correctly. We didn't have those right tools, like I say, in place, and the expertise of how to roll that out properly, how to get people's buy-in, how to make sure that people felt safe enough to try these new things. And it is about failing because we learn from that and making sure that we set those psychological safety boundaries so people did feel that they could have a go.
So I'm guessing I'm not an untypical business. I'm a founder and I'm now a CEO at Jungle IT. And what that means is when you're part of that growing business, most founders find themselves on a path where they are the single point of failure. If you're a growing business and you're not thinking about it, then you should at least have that on your agenda. How do you embed? How do you make changes? How do you manage the business outside of just what you're doing daily?